Welcome, welcome, welcome back to Truth Quest. My name is Moriarity. I will be your host. And we're going to go on a quest for truth together. Yes, and welcome to the program, friends. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad that you are here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share this out so that everybody knows, or some people might know. And just found out one of my Facebook friends used to work at a highly top secret place. So that's interesting. We are live. Oh, yeah. We're live, baby. So come and get some of that disclosure. I prescribe an ounce of disclosure and see me in the morning. Hello, Operation Shutdown. Yes, that's right. I was just getting to that. Peggy Dancer, hello there. You caught me, yes. And Dark Brain. Alrighty then, yes. We all made it. We're just downrange of strange. Where the outrageous is contagious and the paranormal is the new normal. Yes, that's how you know you're at the Truth Quest. And welcome to the birthday special. Because today, friends, I'm not in my 50s anymore. I bet you can't guess how old I am. Because yesterday I was done being in my 50s, I guess. I don't think I had enough fun in my 50s, actually. Well, thank you very much, Catherine Weiss. You brought cake. Yay, Mud Rabbit. I knew I would get cake. Thank you very much. Yeah. I got a call from my brother. I got a call from my mother. I was planning to go out and get myself a cupcake, but that didn't come to fruition. So those plans were dashed. That was about the excitement that I had planned. But tomorrow night I'm going out to dinner with my kids and their other halves, hopefully, if everyone's feeling okay. So there you go. Happy birthday. Well, thank you, Dark Brain. Now you're in my MY club. MY. MY club. Okay. MY. I'll have to look that up later. Okay. Yes. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the call-in information. Wait a minute. There we go. Onto the chat-o-matic. So in case if anyone wants to call in, they may. Because we got a special, my club. My club. At my club. Okay. All right. Oh, in the 60s. Oh, I see. See, I thought it was something everyone's hip to. Oh, my club. Oh, it's some new app. I didn't hear about it. No. Okay, gotcha. I know what you're saying. You're in the 60s too, huh? Yeah. So it feels pretty much the same as the 50s. Haven't noticed any difference. So there you go. I think it's how you feel, not how old you are. It's how you feel, and feeling good, feeling pretty good. So, all right, let's get this off. So, right, won't you say? Okay. I came across this. Check this out, folks. Look at here. Mysterious flying discs again reported over LA. All right. This is a Los Angeles Examiner. Let's see if we can find out the date. July 4th. Is that 4th? Can't really tell the date. Maybe we can adjust it a little, squeeze out that date. Well, I don't know. What do you think? Established in boy, what is that? 1712? 1812? That's not the year of this, though. I can't really tell. But there it is. A nice little scores, sea saucers, dart, hover in sky. So, you know, scores of people. Now, according to William Tompkins, he was witness to the Battle of LA. Now, is this the Battle of LA? I don't know. Or in the days preceding, because it was not just one craft. Oh my goodness, Catherine Weiss, thank you very much for that super chat. Thank you very much. That's very, very nice. Very sweet of you. Thank you very much. It's very, very much appreciated. Again, right? Says it again. So there you go. Scores of people been seeing these things for all millennia, really. So the whole idea that they could keep it secret this long is just, it's really quite mind-blowing how that could even be, you know? How can that be? It can't be. How could people, because this was, yeah, I guess it just shows how things can get memory hold, right? Don't you think? But yeah, William Tompkins and his whole family and all their neighbors, hundreds of people by his account, as far as he could tell, were just the area he was in. They were coming in from over the ocean and coming right over LA. And they kept coming and coming and coming and then going. He said there might have been hundreds of them. And there was anti-aircraft, being fired off at these things, and nobody was afraid. They were just watching it. And then all of a sudden, a lot of them got really tired and they went in to go to bed, even though there was like explosions going on. Somehow, a good deal of people kind of hypnotically just nodded off to bed. Interesting. It might have been like a mass hypnosis command or something. Who knows? Delivered by who or whom? We just don't know. So there you are. Some hot new headlines for you from the past. How do you like that? Yeah. Yeah, you thought of William Tompkins too. Yeah. Boy, how lucky we were that he made it onto the scene, just in the nick of time to give a couple of years of testimony before he sadly was taken. But he lived to a ripe old age. He got to know that some of his craft were actually put into production, which they never told him. He wasn't exactly in the loop after his involvement. So hi, Mad Pogue. And anybody else that I didn't mention? Yeah, and thank you again, Catherine Weiss. That was very, very sweet of you. Indeed. So there you go. Reports vary on descriptions. Yeah, it always does, doesn't it? It just varies. It totally varies. Oh. Uh-oh. Are we already having troubles? Okay, now on our last show with Margie Long, and thank you again, Margie Long, for coming on. That was awesome to get to know you. There was something that happened, and it happened right up here. There was a flash, and I didn't see it when we were recording the show, but Margie saw it. And I watched the replay of it. I didn't see it. I had to watch it several times. And then I think Kara Lightwing revealed the timestamp. I think it's 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 26 or 27 seconds. I think it's right on 27, actually. And so I got a picture of it. But it was really hard to get to because it was such a millisecond. And I just don't know what it could be, you know? Hello, Willie Fix-It. That was so nice that Zoso Dude helped you out with that fundraiser the other day. I hope that you get well soon. I hope that you get well soon, Willie Fix-It. Because who else is going to fix it? Just Willie. All right. So the flash of light, it was very interesting. And I got a little screenshot of it here. And I apologize, but it's not that great of a screenshot. Because I tried and I tried and I tried. And I just couldn't catch it any better than this. So let me just zoom this up a little bit here and see if we can see it. Now, right here, you see these green lines here. Okay, they go around kind of like a star all around this area here. It's hard to see on this shot. It's the best I could get. But I did, what I did was I took a little screenshot movie of it with my phone. So where is that? Where would that be? Yeah. Yeah, it was very hard to get that. And boy, gee, I thought I had this right here, folks. It was right here, and now he's gone. Oh, desktop. There we go. She's going mighty slow here, friends. She's going mighty slow. So I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful time. This evening. It's, of course, yesterday was the first day of spring, but when I was born, see, sometimes it's on the 21st, sometimes it's on the 20th. When I was born, it was the first day of spring. So sometimes it's on my birthday, sometimes it's the day before. And I just don't, yeah. So there you go. There you go. And I'm trying to find this, friends. And I apologize that it's taking a while. I'm too proud to ask for help. It was others. I'm humbled. Thank you all. You're welcome, buddy. It is hard to ask. I know. Trust me. It's very hard, especially for guys. for some reason. For some odd reason. We're just too proud. I guess that's it. Well, that's not working, baby. Where the heck did it go? Oh, lordy, lordy. Look who's 40. Well, I'll keep looking for it. But so that was a phenomenon. You can check out the my last show, the timestamp, 1 hour, 7 minutes, 27 seconds. And it's just a millisecond in that 27th second. And you have to be watching in the right area. And it's pretty bright. It's pretty, I don't know what it could be. And now that's the mystery. What could it be? Now, I might have had my phone, my iPhone, on the table here. And I know that they take a shot every so often. They take an infrared photograph. I'm putting something over it right now. That might have been what it was, but it wouldn't have been angled at it that way. It's really weird. And it was right when I was talking about piezoelectric units and how we should be exploring crystals for many more uses than we're currently using them for in industry. Because we've been using crystals for decades in piezoelectric units. And I was talking about that, and this flash happened. Almost like the crystals are trying to talk. And she had her crystals right there. You know, I don't know. What do you think it could be? It flew behind me? It flew behind me. Okay. Yeah, it was very strange. And like I said, I didn't see it. Someone had to tell me exactly when to look at it. And then I saw it. It's so brief. You have to be looking in the right. I was looking on her side. I wasn't looking on my side. I didn't know where it was going to be. But it's not on her side at all. It's only on my side for some reason. But yeah, I don't know what that could be. I mean, there's nothing that is a light behind it. There's nothing behind it that could be lighting anything up. There's nothing reflective that could have done it. So I'm kind of shocked and kind of freaking out about this, about what this darn thing could be, you know? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I think you know what I mean. And I'm not seeing it. No, why can't I find it? Well, that's that. That is that. If you can't find it, you can't find it. Here's something interesting, friends. Now, if you watch Suspicious Observers, you might have seen this on his latest episode. What was interesting about it was he was talking about how this CME coming off the sun is going, you know, away from Earth. Here's Earth right here, okay? Even though it's going away from Earth, the Earth is connected to the sun by an electromagnetic filament, as are all of the planets. And some of the effects of the rays from the sun follow that trajectory along those magnetic lines. So just like Corey Good is saying, everything is connected. It's called the cosmic web. That's what they call it in the programs he was in. And Suspicious Observer, this is the first time I've seen it illustrated. I thought it was great. It was really a great way to illustrate it. And as all the planets and everything are moving, these lines are all moving. So to use the cosmic web to travel, you have to use hyper mathematics because everything in space is constantly moving. And if you want to get into a different part of the galaxy, you have to have mathematics to know exactly when to enter that filament so that you end up where you want to end up. Very fascinating. So I thought that was really, really cool. Oh my goodness, Gloria Paddock, thank you very much. Happy birthday, Aaron. Oh, thank you. Thank you very, very much. Look at all those decorations. It looks like a birthday cake and I think a party maker, one of those things. Thank you so much. Happy day, Aaron, and many more. Thank you, Willie Fix-It. I have watched them for a long time, yeah. Isn't that wild? I just thought that was cool. And it's on my birthday, March 21st here. There you go. Suspicious observers showing that cosmic web. I'm telling you, everything that Corey was talking about is coming true. It's coming into focus. More of the things that he was talking about 8 years ago are starting to come true. Like back then he was talking about people were going to have end time madness. And I'm thinking, well, there's little or no chance of that happening. And look what happened just a couple of years ago with all the riots everywhere. Oh my goodness, Peggy Dancer. Happy birthday, Aaron. Thank you very, very much. Oh my goodness. Thank you very much. I'm humbled. And look at that. A present and a heart. And some confetti and a party maker. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. All right. All righty then. Keep my participants box here in case anyone wants to call in. Feel free to call in. Yeah. Like Easter. Yeah. The Easter Bunny usually leaves little brown goodies at my doorstep. Ba-doom-pa. You don't want to eat those kind though. Right? That's right. Oh, righty then. Aphrodite then. All right. Let's see. What else do we have here for you? Feel free to call in. I'm working on my little comic book / graphic novel, whatever you want to call it. Here is an early sketch of one of the figures that appears later in the story. There she is. And this is just a sketch, folks. Okay, it's not finished, but that's kind of what she's going to look like. And yeah, part of the graphic novel that I'm working on. The one that was almost made into a movie by Ridley Scott back in the day. Now we're going to bring it forward in a comic form. And this character's name, the working name right now, her name is Sushi. But that might change. I don't know. That's her name for now. And she is a martial arts expert. And yeah. All of the characters in the story are from different time periods. But they're all battling either on the good side or the bad side. So there you are. That's her. Dark Brain. Oh my goodness. Thank you very much. Happy birthday, buddy. Cheers to another great year and a great decade for you. Thank you very much. That's awesome, Dark Brain. Feel free to call in. You know what? I'm going to share this to my friend who I just discovered has worked in a top secret place. But I don't know. It's I'm not sure if this person wants to come forward or not. No, that's not an extra. It's just a it's a like a turtleneck for the bodysuit that she's wearing. She's wearing like an armored bodysuit because this type of time travel, you need a armored bodysuit to travel in time. Okay. Well, thank you everybody for the wonderful birthday gifts. Wow. I'm just very blown away. You guys are awesome. You guys rock. Thank you very, very much. Thank you so very much. It means so much to me. Thank you. And I know I still have a hat to send out. That was going to go out today, but I just did not get out today. And so that just didn't happen yet. It will. I'll get that thing out. We'll get it out. And there's another character. Now, this is another early sketch, so please bear that in mind. There's already things I want to fix on it. So here's another like a rough initial sketch of this other character. This guy is on the bad team. His name is Slither. And he is a bipedal dinosaur that's really ticked off that his kind were eliminated from the earth. And Eric Thorne went back in time and got him. And he's quite an effective fighter for the bad side, for the dark side. So you can see a triangle craft perhaps in the background, maybe, perhaps. There he is, Slither. Just a little sketch of what he might look like. Celestial Soul, hello there. Good evening. Yes, it's my birthday, Celestial Soul. I'm on 1960. So yesterday was my last day of being in the 50s. So I'm hoping my 60s will be better than my 50s. I'm thinking. Thank you very much, Celestial Soul. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. 66 on Thursday. Well, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Yeah. We sang a whole different birthday song at our house. And we still do, I mean, our family. When I was a kid. Got me by 5. Yeah. Yes, that's good. A good point, Peggy Dancer. On the Wednesday night show, we need to wish you a happy birthday, Mud Rabbit. Unless she's got something planned. She might have something planned because it's her birthday. It can only get better. That's right. Right. That's right. And you know what? Today, you are young. You are the youngest you're going to be today than you will be for the rest of your life. Today is your youngest day. Today is always your youngest day. Think about that. Yeah, happy early birthday, Mud Rabbit. Hello, Susan. Welcome to the show. And thank you very much, Susan. She says happy birthday. Yeah. So that's Slither. There he is. I'm going to grab number 14 on the big old thumbs up, folks. So if you want a lucky number, just hit that thumbs up and you will have that lucky number for a week. Hello, Just Josh. Uh-oh, looks like I got a message. Happy birthday. We are having subgum tonight. That's my daughter, Alicia. Oh, that's awesome. Subgum. That's a dish my mom used to make all the time from my Aunt Daisy from China. I want to show you something. I want to show you something else, folks. I'm going to stop this screen share. And this, my friends, is a pelican that my mom made. She carved it. Isn't that beautiful? Look at this. I'm going to hold it steadier without glare. Oops, it's going away. There it is. I don't know if you can see it. There's a lot of glare. And you can see one of my dad's classic bikes in the background. But look at that beautiful thing. It's a pelican. She's done so many different kinds of birds. It's out of wood, carved, all the feather detail and everything. So I guess she's working on another one of those. And she's gearing up. She's keeping busy. It's been about eight months since my dad passed away. So she's keeping busy. One of my brother's friends ordered a pelican. So she's working on that now. So that's awesome. She's an award-winning carver painter of ducks and birds. She's done a lot for the what do you call it? Ducks Unlimited. Did a lot of those. She also used to do aerial tinting of photographs like farms and junkyards and things. But now she's yes, Slither is very evil looking. Yes, he is supposed to look that way. He's kind of like, yeah, he's a bad guy. Hello, UFO Pirate 17. Good to see you here. And Tim, hello there. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm kind of overwhelmed. I'm verklempt. Remember that? Verklempt. Very funny. Hello, Ralph. Good to see you here. Welcome to the program. And Artist 61. Good to see you too. If I didn't say that already. I got to keep a tally or something. Alrighty then. Let's see what else we have for you. How about a meme, folks? We always could go for a meme. Don't you think? I think. And there he is. Look at that. Look at the snakes down here. Here's Hillary. Here's Obama. And here's that snake in the grass, Podesta. Podesta. And look at the staff. It's Pepe. And there's Trump. Like he's like St. Patrick, right? And the frog is scaring away all the snakes. There you go. How do you like that? I love that one. That's a very good one. Anytime Pepe is in a meme, it's good. It's very good. We love it. I love it how they take these old paintings and they make them into memes. That's cool. It's so cool. Yeah, you betcha. So that's that. Still kind of looking for that darn thing there. Oh, here's something. If I could only find what I'm looking for. If I could only find it. Where is it? Okay. You know, sometimes this modern math, sometimes this modern math gets a little bit hard to comprehend. And believe you me, there's no more confusing math than toilet paper math. Check this out. 12 equals 54. 30 equals 68. 18 equals 82. 12 equals 72. Okay. This new math, I'm telling you, this toilet paper math will drive you nuts. Okay? There you go. There's your math toilet paper. If you were looking for a meme with toilet paper and math in it, this is the meme for you. Okay? It was made right directly for you. So how do you like that? It's like you special ordered it. There you are. This is so far behind. There we are. There we are. Interdasting, isn't it? Interesting how that all works. Yeah. Oh, this one can go. That one can go. Gosh. Well, maybe I can do it this way. I'll have to open up my photos. Hope I have enough RAM for that. Yeah, you know, it's weird because my birthday is right on the cusp of, so I'm in Aries, but I'm on the Pisces cusp. So I was always confused that the horoscope never really seemed to really, I mean, it sort of did, but not really. But when I found out I was on the Pisces cusp, I would read both the Pisces and the Aries. Then I go, okay, yeah, I guess I'm about half this one, half that one. It's really weird to be on the cusp, let me tell you. It's kind of confusing. It's like, what the heck am I, right? There you go. There's that question again. All right. I found it, friends. I found it. So I hope this works. And I hope you can see it because I finally found it. Please don't squeeze a Charmin. That's right. You know, so here it is, friends. This is that spark of light. Now, keep your eyes on this area right up here, okay? So here we go. Many, many decades. But when you put pressure, oh, didn't see it. Many, many decades. But when you put pressure, we're going to turn the sound off. So I'm going to try and stop it. I'm trying to stop it right on there so it. Am I going to get it? Oh, I think I missed. There it is. See it? Oh, do you see it flash? So right around here. Okay. Oh, I think I have to answer my daughter. You are Aries, Dad. LOL. Is my daughter watching? Is my daughter watching? Alicia, are you watching? I wonder how she knew that. I wonder how she knew that. Okay, maybe she'll join us. Yeah. Say hello, CB's daughter. Good to see you here. Very good to see you here. So there it is, friends. Let's see if we can stop it right. Oh, there it is again. See it right there? Right there. See it? Right here. I don't know. It's very hard to see. Very hard to see, but I think you can see it. I'm going to hold it on there again, and then see if I can see it on here. Isn't that weird? Right, fire and water. I know it. Imagine being me. It's like I read the Aries thing. It's like, yeah, it kind of sounds like me, but not really. I mean, some of it does. But I think it's a good mix, you know? I got a little bit of everything. Good night, brother. Going to sleep and listening to you. All right. Thank you so much for everything you do. You're so important to me. Just thank you. Well, thank you, UFO Pirate 17. That's awesome. You rock too, dude. You rock. Remember now, you can call in too, folks. So maybe you can call in, be part of the show, add to the fun. Wouldn't that be great? So you see that right around there, folks, the green light? And she said it was a white light, but it looks green to me. Now I do have a green screen. So if something was shining, I don't know what could have been shining. There's, I don't know. There's nothing here that would be flashing. So that's just really bizarre. Maybe it was a message. It might have been a message from the crystals. Is that a banana in your ear? A banana? I hope not. I hope there's not a banana in my ear. That would be weird. You know what, friends? I've had a little bit of a mouse issue here. Not a whole lot. Every once in a while, I'll get a mouse. And I was asleep the other day, and I woke up. I heard this snap. I thought, oh, I think I caught one. I think I caught one. And I was like kind of curious, kind of wanted to go back to sleep, but kind of curious. I thought I heard something like a little squeaking sound. I thought, oh, like squeak, 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 squeak. And I thought, wow, that's interesting. Sounds like he's trying to communicate or something. I started to feel all regretful. And I decided, well, I'm going to get up and I'm going to go a little closer, see if I can hear a little more. And then I heard a little more. It's like, and it's just kind of like a whimpering sound. And I got a little closer and I could hear it. I could hear it, and it almost sounded like this. Caught in a trap. Oh, I can't walk out now because I ate the peanut butter, baby. Don't you know, caught in a trap. So there it was. Kind of anomalous, don't you think? Ba-doom-ba. I was just pulling your leg a little bit there. Could you tell? Just flashed again. It flashed again, Mad Pogue? On today's show? It flashed again in that same spot? Oh, that's weird. Sorry, Mr. Moriarity, it's my problem to get up early enough to catch your show. Well, I'm so good to see you here. Hello, Maddie Sewell. Good to see you. I think that's how you say your name. Maddie, good to see you here. Welcome to the program. Thanks for the laughs, Peggy Dancer. Yeah. You know, I don't like having to catch mice, you know, because they're living creatures. They're just trying to live. But I just don't. I don't like them here. There you go. Well. Open lines here, friends. Feel free to call in. All righty then. Ba-doom-ba. That's right. Yep. That is right as rain. Yeah. Okay. I'm reading the chat a little bit. Chat's nice and comfy. Thank you so much to the mods. You guys are rocking and rolling. You guys are the best. We have the best mods. And everybody says we have the best mod experience. Yes, just Josh. I have some videos of me singing Elvis. I do Elvis shows. I do birthdays, bar mitzvahs, weddings, divorces, any happy occasion. See? Any happy occasion. I've done shows with Eddie Rabbit, Frankie Valli, a whole bunch of people all over the place. But my favorite thing to do is smaller parties with true fans, you know? That's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Yeah, I don't use the sticky mouse traps, Gloria. No, I think I did once, but it was too cruel. It was too cruel. Yeah. There's a great video if you look it up. It's this mouse is in a trap and he gets his hands under it. He's lifting it up and working out and he ends up escaping it. Oh, looks like we did get a call. Hello, Max. We're on the air.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. Good. How are you?
Well, if I was doing any better, I'd be you. And plus, it's my birthday, so it's going pretty good. Oh, I saw a flash again. Oh, I think that's just my light in the background. Uh-oh. Max. We dropped Max's call. I think I'll have to turn that up a bit and maybe move it. Move it closer to the, maybe that's why I did that. Maybe it was these lights freaking out? This light right here? Let me see. Oh, Maddie's in the house here. I don't know what happened to Max. I hope he calls back. All right, Maddie. Oh. Oops, he's upside down. I think I might have to stand on my head for this one. There he is. He must be on the space station in zero gravity or something. You think? He keeps going upside down like he's in zero gravity. I think he's on the space station, folks. Hello there. Can you hear me? Let's see. I can't hear you.
There we go.
All right. Well,
Hey.
welcome. You're calling from the ISS, aren't you?
I'm in a different spot tonight. I am in Chicago.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, got a load of rebar. Maybe I should give it a walk around the truck. I don't know.
So do you see lots of people on the overpasses?
Right now?
Like when you're driving? I know right now, unless you got it on autopilot.
Oh no, I went to Chicago, not to DC, but as far as like the overpasses, no, I don't see anybody like waving flags and stuff like that.
No?
No?
Okay. Well, I guess we got to get out there then, don't we?
I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it. You know, I mean, everything's gonna happen the way it's gonna happen, you know.
Yeah,
I think.
But the sooner more of us do something, the sooner something will happen. I think, right?
Yeah, I'd say just not complying is probably the best thing to do, like
Yeah.
on your everyday activities, and then
Right.
voice your opinion, and then have it kind of travel by word of mouth and action like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but then again, I mean, a lot of change does come. I know they put up quite a show in Ottawa. I don't really know if they got anywhere. I think they lost more than they gained.
Really? Well, that's because the tyrants are still in power. They're
Right.
not good people. They're not good people. They don't have good intentions for the people. So
I guess the way I look at it is I just wouldn't want anybody to be put in a situation when they're a good person, and then, you know, like go do something, and then like a January 6th happens, and then they're, you know.
mm-hmm.
I just wait till elections. We got 8 months till midterms, and you know, we'll see what happens then if we're not in World War III.
Oh, God.
I know.
The world was just so much more secure and hopeful and looking towards the future when Trump was president. That was my observation.
Oh yeah, it was definitely, you know, I keep my mind open though, you know, that could have just been a passive. I mean, I voted for him, but you know, he could have just been a pacifier, you know. They had to definitely
well,
you know, appeal to the conservative side in a way, and you know, they needed somebody to do that.
well, yeah. And if you watched the Joe M videos, you know that allegedly he was chosen by the military, but he was told he would be president. All future presidents are apprised of their future presidencies by the CIA, by elements of the CIA.
Yeah, and then the white hats and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm hoping for all that to be true, or at least portions of it. We need some type of reprieve.
If it wasn't real, he wouldn't have gone after the pedophiles, and he did. First president ever to do that. And the whole fight against the Satanists. You know, this is a glorious thing, because you know what happens to our kids happens to our future. Our kids are our future, and if they're messing with our kids, there goes our future. So it's really very important to weed these people out and to get these evil people out of office wherever they are.
100%.
I really think when we've evolved enough to be telepathic, it's going to be a much easier to spot the bad guys. I think it already is starting to get very easy to pick them out in a crowd. But yeah, I remain very hopeful. And I don't know, did you follow the whole Q thing?
Well, I didn't follow the whole Q thing. I listened to some of Jason Q's stuff when he's interviewed by Charlie Ward. And, he seems to be really into it. But as far as reading the drops on 3chan or 4chan, I never got into any of that.
Well, if you go to qmap.pub, there they all are, and you can just look at them and read them, and you don't have any of this other stuff around it that you see on the chans. If you go on the chans, it's kind of like the wild west of free speech. You see things you don't want to see. So, I don't advise everybody go on there.
No, I probably wouldn't want to be subject to that. I got too much sensitive information, different things, banking stuff and everything. And, they say it's safe and secure to use these platforms and then they get hacked the next week.
Yeah. Okay. He's calling back. Hey, Max, what happened?
Hey, well, it sounds like you got a phone call or something. You said something about Mike, and all of a sudden you hung up on me or something. So I figured, well, I'll just wait a few minutes and call back.
No, I didn't hang up on you. I wasn't even touching the phone. It just kind of went out. It's
Well,
weird. It is weird. Weird things have been happening here. But yeah, we're talking to Maddie. Maddie, he's in his truck again in a different spot. So you said you have some intel about stuff, Maddie. Anything you can talk about?
Intel about what?
You just said something a couple of seconds ago about I have some sensitive info or something.
Oh no, I'm just saying I wouldn't go on 4chan or anything like that. I just wouldn't check anything out because you said there could be some things that you didn't want to see.
Right.
And,
yeah.
I know what's going on enough to
yeah.
There's
lewd
I don't
pictures.
have to look anymore. I just know it's messed up what's going on right now.
Yeah. The drops are still having some relevancy. Wouldn't you say, Max?
Are there any? I didn't know they had current drops. They having current drops?
No. I mean, there's still.
Oh, you're talking about the old drops.
They're still full of lots of information. Yeah, there's the
Oh, absolutely.
1, 2, and 4 year deltas that keep happening that line up.
Chock full of information.
Oh yeah, you have more than you know. There are no coincidences. Watch the water.
I mean, I give you an idea. If you listen to any of this mainstream media, and I listen to it once in a while just to hear what they're saying, all this Russia stuff they've been saying, the world is watching. The world is watching. Well, that's a very prominent phrase that's throughout the.
Yeah, it is.
The Q drops.
Yeah, the world is watching. That's right. Because
there's some significance there, and of course they also talked about recently having another ship, Evergreen ship, go aground somewhere.
Oh yeah.
So that might relate to a delta.
When are they going to open one of those ships up and reveal what's really in them? That'll be a red pill for everybody.
Yeah. Well, I think there's going to be a lot of things happen here in relation to Russia and China.
Yeah.
I think we're going to remember we were kind of told in the beginning approximately 70% of the world's governments are white hats, and about 30% black hats. Just a rough.
Really?
Yeah, don't you remember early going in the queue?
I don't remember that. Interesting.
Okay, so, and that's for almost every government, including, we were told, including Russia and China.
Hmm.
Okay, so what's going on here? I'm not going to tell people what to believe, but just just think about it. What do we actually know about Russia and China, and how have we learned all this?
Yeah. Well,
for the most part, we learn a few things when we're in history class, when we're in junior high, and high school, but most of it's through the media.
well, I have to say, for me personally, Max, I learned through jokes, really. Jokes, pretty much. That's it.
About China?
No, jokes. I learned through jokes.
Okay.
I was trying to make a joke.
Eh,
So you're in Chicago now, huh, Maddie?
Yep, just got here about 10 minutes ago.
And you got rebar. Now,
Yeah, I got some more rebar.
so one thing I don't understand about rebar is it rusts, right? And
No, I have stainless steel rebar, and it will rust. Yeah, but it rusts. You'll get about 30 years or so
okay,
guarantee with this type of bar.
we got to figure out what kind of bars they used in the pyramids, because those things are still standing.
Solid limestone.
Yeah.
eh,
That could have been concrete though, too, some type of vitrification for all I know.
Oh yeah. In fact, I read an article many years ago in Omni magazine about this scientist who he went to a local, like a street market, and this old Egyptian man was making stone hammers, and he would put the handle in this mold, then he'd put the top part of the mold, then he'd pour this solution, which was crushed rocks mixed with 3 different plants that used to be very plentiful in the area, and it turns it into an acid, and you can pour the rock in. Then you got a hammer on a handle, a rock hammer. And this guy was like freaking out. He goes, whoa. And he got a permission from the antiquities people in Egypt to take a small sample of the outer casing. And he found trace elements with electron microscope of all of those elements from those plants in the mix. So that's why you can't stick a credit card between it. But
yeah,
this article was like,
well,
back in the 80s. I read this article, and why isn't this more known?
knowledge is power.
Yeah,
right.
that's right.
Yeah.
There's been a couple of scientists recently that said they think at least the pyramids in Serbia
Yeah.
may have been the equivalent of 3D printed.
Really? I don't know.
The interesting thing, I didn't hear all the evidence yet. I'm intrigued. I want to see how they prove that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think I look at 3D printing as a very, like, I don't know, primitive.
No, I'm talking about a high-tech version of that.
Well, I know,
I'm not talking
but
about it.
they have ones that can build houses now, but it's
Right.
still so, I don't know, primitive.
So I'm talking about, potentially something from space, something could beam down and, making this thing,
Yeah. Well,
So I don't know. I'm just curious about that. I heard it recently, and I saw a video related to the pyramid in, I think it's Serbia.
yeah, the one in Bosnia, the one that's
Bosnia.
giving off a shaft of ultrasound power going up out of the top of it, right towards a certain star. So that's
And it
interesting.
discovered recently that the rivers going around there are not natural rivers. They were made.
Right. And rivers running under, there's power. I mean, it causes power transfers in some of these rocks and minerals. So I'm sure the water running under the pyramids had something to do with the power generation.
Yeah, but these weren't natural rivers. They were made. So they have some other function, obviously.
Yeah.
So,
Tartaria is a cool subject. Tartaria and how they had all the resonant frequency buildings and all that. Tartaria.
Yeah.
You ever hear about that?
Yeah, I've heard about it, but it's always very vague, and they have some pictures.
The mud flood.
Yeah, mud flood.
I had a place where I grew up as a child.
I don't know.
Where I had the main UFO experience of my life. That there's a steep hill and there's a river at the bottom. And as a kid growing up, when I was about 6, I've explored all along the bottom near the river, right? And on the far left side, there was this, I discovered a clay deposit in the side of the hill. What was unusual about this clay deposit, it was perfect rectangular shapes. But perfect white clay.
Okay.
So I've been asking people if there's any process by which some stone can turn to clay over time, or
sure,
with radiation exposure or something, because it looks like part of a building that somehow turned to clay.
Okay.
Buried in the hillside. Well, on the other side of the property, down by the water, there's this writing in concrete, and it looks like ancient Greek. And I saw it as a kid and told my dad, and I said, "What is that?" He said, "Oh, I don't know. It's probably somebody, the guy that owned the place before probably did that." But there's this thing along the hillside looked like, to me, like a giant spider tunnel, or like almost like a cave.
Okay.
And as I got older, I was terrified to go back there. I never went back there. In fact, I had dreams of going back there, and in my dream, I go back there, and there's just a hillside, and when I put a stick out in front of me, I discovered the hillside's not really there, that there's a door there. And as soon as I do that, I turn around, I hear something, I turn around, and there's this giant spider that's literally like pressed into the wall of the hillside.
Yeah.
And it starts extracting itself from the wall, like it's a guardian. And of course, I wake up.
Okay.
But I'm still terrified to this day. I wouldn't go back in there unless I had somebody with a submachine gun.
Oh boy.
That's how much it's affected me. And but what dawned on me later in life is that what this looks like is some kind of how they have the awnings over something. It looks like the structure that the awning is long gone, and that vines and everything have covered over the superstructure that held the awning in place, creating this tunnel. So it might in fact be some kind of an underground structure, an old ancient structure.
I guess.
And I was just too terrified to go back in there to check.
Well,
I said something to my father at the time, and he didn't really want to go back there. He thought it was a silly child thing,
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could have convinced him, because as a kid, I was terrified. I wouldn't go back there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go down by the water by myself in the evening, because I was terrified that giant spider would come out and come out by the shore of the river at night. And if you were down there, you're toast.
Well, they got like 3-foot big spiders down in Australia. That'll give you some nightmares.
Well, my father had shown me. He says, "Look at this is in June." He says, "Look at this. What happens when the sun goes down on the roof?" And I had never seen this before until because the roof's normally dark when the sun goes down. But he took a flashlight and he shines up there, and there's spiders the size of my hand crawling all over the roof.
Yeah.
Maybe 50 to 100 of them.
Yeah.
And of course, I was wondering, where did all these spiders come from? Where do they go when the sun comes up? And I said, well, why are they up there? And his explanation was, still warm and it attracts the bugs. And so the bugs are all attracted to that warm roof, and the spiders are out there catching those bugs.
Could be. They also climb up so they can jump down and make their webs too.
Yeah, that's probably where all these being terrified of spiders comes from.
Yeah. Well,
because there were plenty there.
If you watch Space Force News, they talk about parachuting. Apparently, they have parachuting spiders now. They have webs.
Oh yeah, they've had this for a long time.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Look up the spiders, the invasions they have in, like, I think it's Australia.
Yeah, they're frightening.
They show the countryside when every so many years spiders come out in mass to this one city, and they're just literally all the fields are completely covered with webs. And they go in all the buildings and everything else, any place they can get in.
Celestial Soul says, when I was a little girl in Germany, I saw approximately 1 foot spiders. They live in the ground. Oh my.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's something scary about spiders. You ever get a spider in your truck when you're driving, Maddie?
Not yet. No spiders sneaking up on me, no.
I hate when that happens.
At home, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind them. I'll bring them down into the basement and let them hang out there for the winter.
Oh yeah.
And then bring them back outside, and they don't bother me.
I'm less terrified by them now.
I used to save them. Sometimes I save them. I put them outside. Sometimes I kill them. And one time not too long ago, there was one on the wall, and I killed it, and it was stuck on the wall. It was there. And I thought, well, I should clean that off. I thought, it looks kind of cool. Or maybe it'd be like a warning to the others. Hey, look what happened to Fred. Don't come here. So there you go. So then, my procrastination part of me kicks in and says, hey, here's a good reason not to do it. I'll just leave it there as a monument to warn others off, right?
It works.
That's your excuse, guys. If you get complained at, oh, I heard it on the Truth Quest.
I'll stop talking about spiders. I remember I freaked somebody out before. I can't remember.
Oh, yeah.
One of your shows in the earlier time. I can't remember.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I'm just remembering it out now.
Yeah.
So whoever that was, I'm sorry. I'll stop talking about them.
I also want to thank all of the recent subscribers. We have a bunch of new subscribers, so thank you. We really appreciate you. And make sure you share this out to all your friends. Make lots of sock puppet accounts and subscribe with those too. No, don't do that. But
going back to the drops, just think about what we actually know about Russia and China. Now, I've been to China. I haven't been in Russia.
Yeah.
I've been to China a number of times. And I know the people dearly love Americans.
Well, I have advice.
No doubt in my mind.
I have advice for anyone that goes to China. Okay. And you can go right back to your story, but if you're going to go to China, don't buy China. Okay. Because it's already here. It's already here and it's not chipped. Okay. So you save yourself a lot of lugging around. That's my tip.
The funniest story I had while I was there is we got people to take us out on a walk. We were there on business, potential business. It fell through because they didn't abide by their part of the contract. But we're going through this big square where during the day it's bustling with people, and it's probably 150 feet across. So it gives you an idea how many people were there during the day. And it's in a one of the bigger cities. I think it's the third largest city in China. But anyway, we see this flickering light. This is about almost dusk, and we're seeing these flickering of lights in some of the shops. And we go over to see what's going on, and it's Star Trek from the 60s. Now on television, of course, it's in Chinese, you know.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, I've seen this one," and the guy in there says, "How do you see?" He says, "This just come on." I said, "No, that came on in 1966."
Yeah.
This is in the 90s when I went there,
Okay.
and it was not too awful long after Tiananmen Square,
Okay.
because they told me that they would have been there, but they didn't. What their government would do. The people are well aware of the situation there.
Okay. Well,
they're just biding their time. You know, they I don't know what else they've done as far as preparation, but I know they're not dumb. You know?
yeah. Tiananmen Square. Now there's a Mandela effect there. Maddie, do you remember the Tiananmen Square incident?
Was that with the tank guy?
Yeah. How do you remember? How do you remember it?
He got ran over.
He didn't get run over when I saw it. I don't think he did.
I was at Tiananmen Square, not that day, but
how do you remember it?
You know,
how do you remember it,
when
Max? Did he die?
When they show you those pictures on the mainstream media, how big do you think Tiananmen Square was?
Big.
Like how big?
A couple football fields.
No.
Way bigger.
2 miles across.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
So you give an idea, this entire space, 2 miles by 2 miles, was entirely full of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When we drove across the square, and it took a few minutes to drive across.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh my God. I realized just how many people that really was.
Did you see the footage?
Imagine you're in the middle of that, and you got to find a porta potty.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
You're not getting. You got 2 miles. You got a mile to walk just to find one, and only to find out there's 15,000 people in line in front of you.
Okay.
Not much fun, I don't think.
All right.
So. But
so what
anyway,
what's your recollection of the Tiananmen Square event? What happened in your eyes? What do you remember?
What do I remember? The people got together.
No. The tank guy, the guy who walked in front of the tank.
Oh, my recollection is that he did not get run over.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But Maddie,
the guy, he's laid on the ground. And he got out in front, stood up, and he puts his hand up, and eventually somebody sticks their head out of the tank and says, "Buddy, get out of the way! Get out of the way!" You know.
Well, now he climbs up on the tank.
Wave him out of the way.
Now he climbs up on the tank. That never happened before. He never climbed up on the tank before, did he? I don't remember that, but that's what it shows now. If you look at it now, it's changed. It's completely changed.
I actually met with the Chinese government in the building immediately behind that you see in that picture.
Okay.
So, but so I was right there. I'm close to that. So, but anyway, where I was going with this is, I think some things are going to start to happen. What are the situations under which Taiwan would rejoin with China? Well,
if China
why don't they want to be part of China?
Because they would be not free anymore.
Right. They don't want to be there because of the Chinese Communist Party, right?
Yeah.
The CCP.
Mm-hmm.
So if the CCP was gone and they had a democratic form of government or something that they could accept,
yeah,
they would happily rejoin with China. It's not that they dislike China, they dislike the government.
Right. So did you ever see
So-
that? Did you ever see the Steve Bannon, out in a boat, a little boat with this Chinese guy claiming that they are going to overthrow the government, like you said, with a new government? And
I think what you're going to see
this was a couple
is
years ago.
that very soon you're going to see what the mainstream media is going to characterize as taking the Chinese have taken over Taiwan, and it's really a voluntary unification. Because and we'll just have to wait and see about that. But think about what that would do. Do you think that's something the deep state would like to see? Of course not, right?
Right.
Because it means something has happened within China that they don't like, right?
Yeah.
So I think you're going to see that. Now, when I was there was all kinds of reforms going on where all of the banks were being restructured because of corruption. What I'm telling you is that's part of the White Hat operation. The CCP did not want to eliminate corruption. They were part of it.
Yeah.
So this transformation has been going on for a while.
In the meantime, they're trying to turn us into China, the Chinification of America. It's like there never used to be fact checking on Facebook.
Right.
That never used to happen. People forget that.
There's basically two Chinas,
China.
right? There's the one
We're
we're told about, which is there is a bad guy. I'm trying to remember the guy's name, and he lives in the Wuhan area, and he controls a large portion of the army.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Z, okay? And so there's a lot more to this picture
Mm-hmm.
than we're being told, and surely that's not too hard for people to believe, right?
Right. I want to say
With what we've been through.
Yes, I want to say hello to Healing Frequencies of Higher Vibrations. Welcome to the program. And
just like we're learning that there's all these weapons labs in Ukraine and how they were making even COVID-19 there, and it starts to put a new appreciation to what might be going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So look at these 14,000 people that supposedly Putin arrested. Well, what if they were all provocateurs?
Right.
What if the deep state was trying to destabilize Russia so that they could pull what they tried to do in the summer to us?
Of course they are. Yeah. Of course they are. The Nazis
has the power
there.
to say, not on my watch.
Yeah. I saw a video of a Ukrainian woman, old woman, and there was like 5 or 6 soldiers coming down her walk. And she says, who are you with? They said, we're from Russia. And she go, oh, thank you. We've been waiting for you. And they asked her if she had enough food. We have Spam and bread. No, I got plenty. We have plenty of food. We got the goat. So we're fine. And she was so happy to see them. So, we're not hearing the whole story for sure.
No, exactly. So, and that's why I caution people. We know our media lied to us.
Mm-hmm.
And it's virtually certain they lie to us all the time.
Uh-huh.
In fact, I challenge you to give me many times when they actually told the truth.
Right. They don't.
They
don't. I got a question for Maddie. I got a question for Maddie for a second. Now, you're in Chicago right now.
Yes.
Right? So now I know there's some cities that won't allow people to come into their city unless they're jabbed up. I mean, was there any issue with that with you traveling around?
No.
Oh, good. Good. That's good to hear.
I don't go directly into Chicago. Chicago's about I don't know, maybe 15, 20 miles north.
Yeah.
I'm in Lamont.
Oh, you're in the south side.
What was that?
He says on the south side.
South side, like in Riverdale and places like that, or
Exactly.
That's where he is. Yeah.
Halstead and Riverdale, all that places.
Yeah. The only thing you need around Chicago is a good detour. That's
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, no, we don't have any of the jab requirements or any of that. I wouldn't, I don't put up with that. I've never even been tested. I don't.
Me either. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
Good for you. Yeah. And you know about the Invisimask, don't you?
Yeah, I didn't wear the mask either.
But you know about the Invisimask, right?
No.
No?
No.
That's one of my best inventions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I invented a completely invisible mask. I made a video about it. You can scroll down and find it. Actually, there's 2 videos, number 1 and number 2. But I made it with nanoparticles. It's completely invisible. It works with your immune system. It doesn't inhibit your breathing. Food goes right through it. Self-cleans. You never need to take it off. It doesn't pull on your ears. And I could have made millions on it, but instead, what did I do? I biolocated everyone's face and I teleported one to everyone, free. That's my gift to humanity. So if you're ever at a place that requires a mask, tell them, I've got the state-of-the-art Invisimask on. You just can't
Will
see.
do.
Yeah, because to fight an invisible virus, you need an invisible mask.
Yeah, tell them
There you
to prove
go.
you don't have it.
There you go. How do you like that? So there you go. I even have a T-shirt in my shop that shows the Invisimask, and every time I wear that to Walmart, I get the fist bump from this one dude. He hates the masks, but that's all getting lifted. So
Yeah, I hear they're getting ready to do that all again, though.
Yeah, of course.
Of course they are.
That's the only way they think they can win, and
Well, they got to get us to the precipice.
Right?
They got to get us to the precipice. They're trying to get us to the precipice where we'll do something.
Well, just like Trump said, they're going to get us to the precipice, all right? They've awakened the sleeping giant.
Yeah, they really have.
Yeah.
And there's more patriots than you can believe, than you can shake a stick at. There's certainly more patriots than there are other. And what do you guys think about this whole thing about women's sports and the infiltration of these woke?
It's ridiculous,
isn't it? It's ridiculous.
Everybody thinks it's ridiculous.
I know. It's stupidity.
Right. You mean the quote in parentheses women?
Yeah.
That are basically were once men.
But he is. That guy who was a swimmer still has everything.
Right.
He just identifies. Whatever. Well, can't Trump just identify as president then?
He is.
He probably still is the president, just like China has
I think
2 different governments.
He is.
Yep. The belligerent presidency. Yes. Devolution.
Belligerent occupation. Yeah.
Devolution. Yeah. I really am hoping that
what is this devolution?
Devolution is, there's this guy, and what's his name? Patel Patriot. He started digging and finding out all these correlations and reasons to think that before Trump left office, the military had enough adequate evidence of foreign infiltration in the election, that because they were monitoring it and they recorded everything, that he handed the reins of the presidency over to the military. And what Biden is right now is a belligerent occupier, belligerent occupation.
If there's any sanity in the world, that's got to be true.
Yeah, I know.
He did hand the reins over. It's the Insurrection Act of 1807.
Yeah.
That's what allowed, when the media declared it, you know how they declared the winner, right, of the quote election? Remember, the media was the one declaring the election results, right?
Yeah.
Right. In the same way, they declared the insurrection.
Yeah.
And when they did so, the Insurrection Act does not require the president to declare it. You imagine what would have happened if Trump would have declared the Insurrection Act, he didn't have to. He let them do it, which is what gave him. I played it on your page one time. What the Insurrection Act was. Remember that?
Yes. Yeah.
It's a thing that gives whatever the president was in power at the time, which of course is Trump, to assume. Basically, it's allowed him to continue in the control of the military, the National Guard, and all the federal forces. And that's still going on.
But but wait a minute. If he is in charge of the forces, how come the Biden jab mandates are being forced down the throats of the military if he's in control? Is it just for optics?
Just a part of it has to be to let people know what's going on.
Well,
I mean, I'm sure there are black cat forces that are part of this.
Sure. Patel Patriot's Devolution, a must read. Yes, Mud Rabbit. She's got a link there. patelpatriot.substack.com. So patelpatriot.substack.com. If you look that up, Max, then you can.
That's for the devolution.
Yeah, devolution. Patel Patriot.
Okay.
He's been on Red Pill, too. Red Pill 78, corruption detector.
But that's exactly what's going on. That was the trap. Telling people that is the trap.
Yeah.
That they are like rats in a trap, and that's one of the reasons they're panicking.
Mm-hmm. What were you going to say, Maddie?
Think about it. Oh. Think about it. What would they have done if they were fully in control? What would they do to us?
I think we're being held hostage. I think a lot of it is we're being held hostage in a sense that if Trump were to divulge any of that stuff without going through the protocols that he's doing right now, bad things would have happened. It's almost just, if you do this, you come out with this, well, we have this set up that's going to be absolutely horrific. So, I mean, do you understand what I'm saying? Like that? Like, these people have been running the world for a long time. They had contingency plans set up. Oh, if anybody comes along, they got a counter move to that already.
Right.
So during his presidency, hopefully he was using a lot of secret ops and all that, going around and getting these, we'll just say, devices and subduing them to protect people. Hopefully. I mean, you know what I mean?
The real purpose of this approach, right, is first of all the belligerent occupation. I think it's David Wilcock and somebody else read part of what was in that. It gives them a certain latitude, this occupier. It gives them a year to prove that they're not part of a foreign power occupying the country. And this, by the way, this is happening all over the globe. Okay, there's the exact same thing all over the globe. And according to the Geneva Convention, all signatory nations are required to help each other in this. So all those governments are helping each other. They're all part of the movement to take this thing down. Now, it's highly coordinated. It has to be. The real goal is to prevent as much loss of life as possible.
Right.
They don't want a civil war. Certainly, the Patriots could do it if called upon. Could do it. They could take the country back if they wanted to. But at a huge loss of life, of innocent life for that matter. Because how can you tell the innocent from the guilty?
Yeah, and they're so evil, they'll do evil things. They won't fight fair. So, yeah.
We have a lot of us, of course, we were definitely on that side until we woke up. And there's a whole lot more that still haven't awakened. And then they're the truly evil, right? The deserving of what they're going to get. Yeah. But, so now, if you want to find more information, there's lots of places I can tell people to go. Go look at Trump's executive orders. I think they're still out there on the web.
Right.
especially look at 2018, because it talks specifically what happens. One of his executive orders says what happens if a foreign power interferes with a selection.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it says that any individual, corporation, whatever, that aids and abets this foreign power is to have all their assets seized and put into the federal treasury to be shared amongst all the citizens of the United States. That means any company like Coca-Cola or anything else that's aided in this woke, movement to try to, keep our freedom away from us, they're all going to be owned by us, basically.
Well, we got the midterms coming up. That'll be a interesting show to see, who's winning, who's losing.
Yeah, and who's cheating, and who's cheating.
Remember, we're told this is a movie. Enjoy the show, right? So,
yeah,
this is all like any good movie, right? You've got the beginning, everything looks dire, and basically nothing good is happening. And then now we're shifting a little. There are a few good things happening. The Patriots are mobilizing. They're getting involved in their communities. There's a whole lot. There's 18 states now. They're constitutional carry states. They've enacted laws in their legislatures. They're fighting back. They have lawsuits.
Mm-hmm.
So many things.
Yeah.
Okay, that they're doing. And so, but it's still, to a lot of people, it looks like nothing's happening.
Mm-hmm.
But just wait a little bit longer. You'll see more and more things happening worldwide. And it's going to be a crescendo.
Yeah.
Eventually, there's going to be and we're getting closer and closer to that time. And that's going to really wake people up. The ones that aren't awake now, of course, it could be a lot more difficult for them. But, but surely everybody out there can see now that there's things happening. The big thing is you got to stay calm.
Yeah.
Don't give in to fear, because that's what they want, right?
Right.
They're pumping out the fear to the max right now. They're pumping out nuclear war. They're pumping out biological weapons, chemical weapons. You name it, they're pumping it out.
Well, yeah, that's their plan. We all know from the WikiLeaks plan that they were planning to drop nukes in the United States on 1 or 3 major population centers, including New York City and LA. So that was all, they were all willing to do that. They were willing to do that. And then the bombs would have used uranium, which would be traced back to Russia, which would instigate a war against Russia, even though it was delivered by North Korea, which is the CIA. Yeah, that was all revealed. So this is what they were planning before Trump got in. So this was all supposed to have happened in the last 4 years. We would be watching every night in the news, or the people who watch the news, nuclear fallout stories. That would be it. All you'd see. And so thankfully that didn't happen. So hopefully it's not going to happen.
There's been a lot
still.
There's been all kinds of evidence about, I think it was Malmstrom Air Force Base in North Dakota, and all these other Air Force bases that UFOs came in there and basically disarmed the nuclear weapons.
Right.
Report.
Numerous times, yes.
To that effect.
Yeah, numerous times. To the Soviets and to us.
Times. So
yeah, both sides.
There's plenty of evidence that either humanoids living in the planet or above the planet don't want this to happen.
Right.
Okay? So, but that doesn't mean there aren't weapons that can do great harm, right?
Yeah.
Biological weapons, we already experienced that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We know that does great harm to the world's economy and killed many people. And so that is obviously one that they're going to pump fear on. And of course, they're pumping the nuclear fear, and they're pumping the fear. And of course, they're trying to frame it that we're all going to. They hope that we're all going to believe if something happens, it's going to be Russia doing it, not us.
Yeah, well,
You know?
yeah, but
We know we know their projection
of course.
tool that they use.
Mm-hmm.
We know what they're doing.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right.
So
They're up to no good. They're up to no good.
that ought
Folks.
to tell. See, that's what I tell people. This ought to tell you which side you ought to be on in this. Okay, or at least you ought to be. I know it's hard for many people, to accept that Russia's the good guy here.
Mm-hmm.
But go do some more research and think about where you've gotten all your information in your life about Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Well.
So.
All I know is if you're Russian in the kitchen, what are you in the bathroom? European. European. That's right. That's my Russian joke. See?
Grown.
It's always good to have a good Russian joke handy, just in case you need it. Well, friends, it's 11 o'clock here in the great Midwest, and I'm probably going to be signing off here. I want to thank everyone in the chat, and I want to especially thank Catherine Weiss, Peggy Dancer, and Gloria Paddock for the super chats. And I want to thank Maddie for calling in, and Max, and the wonderful mods and everybody who was in the comfy chat today. You made my birthday awesome. Thank you very much.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, Maddie. Appreciate you coming by.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Happy birthday. That's tomorrow, right?
No, it's today. Today.
Yeah.
It's only 1 hour left. All right. Take it easy, Maddie.
Yeah,
Take it easy, guys.
All right. We'll see you next time. All right.
So it's Tuesday, right? That's when your birthday is.
No, it's today. The 21st.
Okay.
21st. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know why when I was on Space Force News, I thought you said it was tomorrow.
Well, that was yesterday.
Oh, duh. Okay,
you listened to it today, probably.
My brain's not working, I guess.
Yeah. Well.
Okay. Well, happy birthday.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that.
You're welcome. Sure.
Talk to you later. Buddy.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna say goodbye here, and I'm gonna close out the show. All right. Take it.
Okay. Well, have a good night.
All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right, friends. We did it again. Another episode 157. And how do you know you're at the Truth Quest? Because we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious, and the paranormal is the new normal. Yes, Truth Quest. And thank you all for coming along on my spaceship, shooting through the galaxy here. I noticed there were some light anomalies. I'm going to be poring over the footage to see if I can find out the culprit. It might be a lighting issue. So it might not be something paranormal, but we can always hope. We can always hope, folks. So keep your cameras trained to the sky so you can catch that UFO on camera and come onto the Truth Quest and talk about it. Until then, peace in.